welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Honor. And tomorrow is Final Battle. That is right, tomorrow. It's our show, the final one of the year. We actually have seven matches or six matches. This is historic, guys. We made it. So I'm recording the predictions at 11:30 in the morning. So I am sure between right now in the time of recording and later, when we review episode number 42, there'll be matches added. But for now, we're going to stick with this. And let's get started. So, first, we have our survival of the fittest finals for the vacant ROH TV championship. It is Dalton Castle versus Commander versus Kyle Fletcher versus Lee Johnson versus Lee Moriarty versus the TBD. As far as the TBD is concerned, given what happened last week on ROH TV, it has got to be John Morrison. I don't see any other reason why it would not be John Morrison. As of right now, there also is not like a match announced to crown who that sixth participant will be. So either A, they're gonna keep us kind of wondering until tomorrow, or they're gonna tell us it's John Morrison. We talked about this on the media call. Someone did ask, and Tony Khan's like, "Oh, stay tuned to Ring of Honor TV." So, assuming we're gonna get it tonight. As far as a winner goes, it has to be Dalton Castle. His promos for the last month and a half have literally been like, I need to do it for the people watching at home, and the people watching at home this, and the people watching at home that. Like, if it's not Dalton Castle, I'm gonna be very confused as to why he cut all these promos, unless he's just gonna go on a downward spiral and then he's gonna crack somehow. So I'm gonna go with Dalton Castle. This match should be really, really good. There's a lot of young ups. There's a good balance of like upstarts and also like veterans, especially if the TBD is John Morrison, because you have Morrison and Castle is kind of like your veterans, then you have Moriarty, Johnson, Fletcher, and Commander is kind of like your upstarts. To be honest, this match could really go to anybody. I wouldn't care if any of these guys won, but Castle to me makes the most sense. Next, as announced last night on Dynamite, we have the AAA Mega Championship being defended as Vikingo is wrestling Black Taurus. So I do like every time we get to see Vikingo in Ring of Honor because literally he always puts on amazing matches. We saw that at Supercard of Honor, we've seen that on Dynamite and Rampage, and I think he's been on Collision, and of course he's been on Ring of Honor TV. I would also not be surprised if tomorrow, after this match ends, we get the Vikingo is all elite graphic because I know that when that picture was floating around when Daniel Garcia was like with all those young guys in the back and Vikingo was in it and people were like and everyone's like, "Oh my God, the young guys on the AEW roster." And they were like, "Wait, Vikingo's not on the AEW roster." So don't be surprised if you do see that graphic tomorrow. Like I said, this match should be really good. Excited that Black Taurus also gets the shine of being on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, but I don't see Vikingo losing. If he's gonna lose the AAA Mega Championship, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a AAA. It's not gonna be on Ring of Honor. So I have Vikingo retaining his AAA Mega Championship. Next, we have Keith Lee versus Shane Taylor, and this is honestly the only match on this card that has not been like, well, besides the AAA match, this has been the only match not built up on our Ring of Honor TV. It's only built up on Collision. And sadly, I don't think any of the members of Shane Taylor Promotions is going to win tomorrow because Lee Moriarty sure is not winning the TV title. I would not mind if we use Lee Moore in Ring of Honor, especially if, at the end of the year, Dustin Rhodes is looking to kind of hang up the boots, which he's been hinting at all year. So that tag team's kind of going to split, and the AEW roster, let's be honest, it's very oversaturated with people. So I wouldn't mind if Lee gets his fair share run down here, maybe challenge Eddie Kingston or whoever's gonna win the Connell Classic. Also, we should just have an over-under right now if Eddie Kingston's going to be defending the title tomorrow. I don't think he is. But I see Keith Lee winning this one. Shane Taylor, it just seems like he'll get so close and he won't get it done. And I think this match is another example of that. So I have Keith Lee. Next, we have the I Quit match with Ethan Page and Tony Nese, and Mark Sterling is going to be handcuffed at ringside. So, although I would personally love if either of these men were in the survival of the fittest match, that's where I thought we were honestly going with. Like, the final match would be like to get the sixth competitor in the survival of the fittest. I also would not mind if either one of these two want to do double duty, depending on the card and the order. But, I talked to Tony about this on the media call Tuesday. Paige is doing amazing things in Ring of Honor right now. I think it was one of the best things for his career to kind of voice to Tony, like, hey, if I'm not wrestling on AEW, I want to go down to Ring of Honor. I want to do reps. I want to work with everybody. Smartest thing. But since Nice was the one who screwed Paige out of his ongoing winning streak, Paige has to win this one. And Paige is gonna make Tony Nese say I quit. And then we're not gonna get our group exercising, which who's complaining about that one? So I have Ethan Page getting the win. Next, we have the Jay Briscoe Memorial Fight Without Honor. It's the BCC. It's Claudio, Bryan, and Moxley versus FTR and Mark Briscoe. So since Yuta is not in this match, and this actually really confused me because when we saw the video last week, Yuta made the challenge with Bryan for this match, and they replaced him with Moxley. So I'm assuming that there is going to be a match with Yuta on this card, maybe against Josh Woods. Well, we won't know until later. But I think it really is super cool that they are doing this match to tribute to Jay, since this was his last Ring of Honor show last year. And having Bryan come back in, Bryan really made his name in Ring of Honor. So I'm also really curious if maybe we're gonna have Final Countdown play, especially because that was his theme song in Ring of Honor. But this match is gonna be bloody and violent. Jay's gonna be looking down so proud, but this one has to go to Mark and FTR. I mean, if they don't win, I don't know really what we're doing here. So I say this is going to be like, besides the women's main event, I think this is going to be like one of the highlights of the card tomorrow. But yeah, FTR and Mark Briscoe have to win this. This is a must win for them. And that brings us to our main event. And this is my match of the year. And the match didn't even happen yet. So this story alone has been the best thing on Ring of Honor TV, and everyone involved in this storyline has literally been a star. Athena has proven why she's the most dominant Ring of Honor Women's Champion of all time, and has shown that a woman can be the face of a wrestling brand. Because to be honest, Athena was writing her promo a couple weeks ago. Where is Eddie Kingston? As of right now, he's not even on the card tomorrow. Starks has proven that she is the future and well beyond her years in the ring, and Lexi Nair has proven that you could be a backstage correspondent and also have a prevalent role in the storyline. As you know, she is a special guest ring announcer for this match tomorrow. And if you have not seen anything with this storyline and maybe you don't have an Honor Club subscription, AEW actually uploaded a near 3-hour video of everything with this feud, starting with Athena and Billy's match from Forbidden Door, the pre-show, which was the semifinals for the Owen Hart tournament, where Athena beat Billy, and it goes through all of their stuff in Ring of Honor. So if you're not doing anything, watch the video. It's really good. In terms of a winner, this one has to go to Starks. Ring of Honor, that's what they're known for. They're young upstarts carrying the future, and that is what Billy's going to do. I'm really hoping that Athena's going to move up to AEW and actually be used. If you watch the media call, someone pressed Tony about that, and to me, it was one of the best questions of the whole call. So I think this one has to go to Billy. I really hope she gets to use Aliens Exist as her theme song for tomorrow because I know she was tweeting at Blink 182 to do that, and I think that'd be a really cool touch. But the Fallen Goddess will finally find a way to take she has finally found the one to take away her title in Billie Starkz. And like I said, there's a lot of time between now and tomorrow. I'm sure matches are going to be announced. Maybe we will get Eddie Kingston on the card. But that is it so far. Make sure to comment below what your predictions are for the show. But that is it for me, and I will see you guys tomorrow as we review the Go Home show for Ring of Honor Final Battle, aka Ring of Honor TV episode number 42.